would love to kind of hear if you've got a good puppeteer story of something on set that didn't go quite right, but now we get to laugh about it a little bit. Something that gave you puppet tears.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Elmo's eye fell off once on TV.
Oh my god.
That was good.
The whole eye or a pupil?
Oh, the whole eye. So
the whole eye?
The whole eye. So the way Elmo's
and Raleigh Cruisen's head exploded.
Almost. I love Raleigh so much. She was so good that day. But it was a crazy day.
Tough recovery.
Yeah, it was a tough recovery. So we were doing a live show. It was me and Chris Knowings, who is one of the he's one of the greatest guys in the world. He's just so kind, and we're practically the same person.
He plays Chris on
Sesame Street. Excuse me,
actors.
Yeah, and he and I, when we get going, it's endless. So we were doing some live show somewhere, and I'm deliberately forgetting which one it was.
Uh-huh.
No, I don't know what it was, but it was something on PBS, I think, and it was in the city. And it was really early in the morning. It was a live show going on at like 7:30 or something like that. And we were outside, and I was using an Elmo that we use. So I use a couple of Elmos, and there's two Elmos that are used all the time. There's the Primo Elmo, which is my preferred Elmo puppet. And then there's another Elmo who is just as good, but maybe we just think his face is not quite as good as the first one. So we use the first one a lot or whatever. It's minutia, little tiny things. So those two are always on set. And then there's a PR Elmo that goes to do all the PR things or live shows. If I'm going to do a touring show to promote the new season or something, we'll use PR Elmo. So it had been a while since this PR Elmo had been refurbed. And we were doing a live hit, and I just did. I don't remember what I did, but it wasn't anything out of the ordinary. I just I flipped the head around to look at somebody behind me. It was in front of me. I was looking back, and I did this, and in slow motion, I started to see a sphere, a white sphere, slowly making little circles. And and the sun was hitting it. I was on the ground, and the sun was hitting this eye, and I just saw it fall down. In Christmas Story where he drops all the nuts in the snow? That was the exact feeling I had, and it went right down. And all I heard was like and I immediately, we're still live. Okay, we're still live, and we had a host with us, and Chris, I love Chris so much, didn't say anything comforting of like, don't worry, he's okay. He went, Elmo, are you all right?
Oh no.
And it was hilarious. And Elmo was just laughing, and I was screaming, laughing. And finally, it was the sweetest thing. The camera operator for the show, he was doing a handheld. So he's got the camera on his shoulder with one, and he's holding it with one hand. With the other, he's picking up the eye, and he's like handing it back to me.
What are you gonna do?
What do you want me to do with that? But it was so kind. Like, this guy just wanted to help. He just wanted to help. And in my delirium, I'm a crazy person. In my delirium, I put the eye in his palm.
Oh my God.
Don't ask me why, but at that point I was desperate. I thought maybe I could do a thing where he just puts it back on, and I did get it back on. And I sort of just went, and it was on, but it was spinning because they're on post, so it was spinning. So one of his pupils was like a Marty Feldman, and it was going like this, and that was, and then I had an appearance to do that night. So we were gonna have to take that puppet out to a live event that evening, a gala or something. So Phil Toscano, who was at the time one of the people who worked on our a PR team, an amazing, wonderful, kind person, really hard worker, went all the way out to the Henson shop in Queens, had to give Raleigh and Jason the bad news, and they fixed it. And then I think about a week later, I went into the shop, and Raleigh went, I'm going to teach you how to put Elmo's eyes back on in case this ever happens again. And luckily it actually happened once on set, but it's very rare that it happens. Yeah. But that was a real initiation moment.
Oh God. What did the audience say or do?
Luckily so I should say there was no live audience. So it was outside. Okay. It was outside on the street. Yeah. And luckily I don't know that it was a show that a lot of kids were watching. It was very early in the morning. Mm-hmm. So luckily not a lot of people saw it, but it was a very interesting moment in my puppeteering life.
No one watches Good Morning America anymore.
Yeah, right, exactly. It was the Today Show.